Hello and welcome to day 2 of trigonometry. Today we are going to use sine, cosine, and tangent to find missing side lengths of right triangles. So whenever we're working with trigonometry of right triangles, we're going to write our word to remember at the top. So toa. In example 1 here, we're going to find the missing side lengths. We've got to mark up our triangle a little bit. So let's call this triangle HMS. Remember, you can label the opposite sides with a lowercase letter. So this would be side M, this would be side H, this would be side S. And of course, here's our right angle. So I'm going to tell you that angle S is 25 degrees. Side H is 8 inches. And I want to find side M and side S. So here's our reference angle. Remember, the first thing that you want to do is label your sides. So we look at the right angle. Across from that is the hypotenuse. Here's our reference angle. So across from that is our opposite side. And then, of course, next to that, not the hypotenuse, is the adjacent side. So we need to decide which trig functions to use to find M and S. Let's just do side M first. It doesn't matter where you start. I just chose side M. So we know side M is the hypotenuse. And we have the length of our adjacent side, which is 8 inches. So we have the adjacent. We're looking for the hypotenuse. So we look up at our SOHCAHTOA. Which trig function, sine, cosine, or tangent, deals with adjacent and hypotenuse? Looks like cosine, right? That's what this means. Cosine of your reference angle is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So we can write the equation. Cosine of our reference angle, which in this example is 25, equals adjacent, which is 8, that was given to us, over M, because that's the side that we're looking for. Now, our M is in the denominator, so we can't very easily multiply by something to cancel it out. But what we can do is put this cosine of 25 over 1. And now we have a proportion. We can just cross multiply to create our equation. So 8 times 1 will just give us 8. And then on the other side of our equal sign, we have M times the cosine of 25. Whenever you're multiplying a number or a variable by a trig function, you want to put that number or variable in the front. Okay, now we're still looking for M, so how do we get M by itself? Well, we know cosine of 25 is just a number, right? If we typed cosine of 25 into our calculator, we would get this big long decimal. So it's just a number. We can treat it just like that. So we can divide both sides by cosine 25. So those cancel. So M equals 8 over cosine 25. And that's just a number. So we get our calculator and we do 8 divided by cosine 25. And make sure that our calculator is in degree mode, right? Hit this mode button. All right, I'm good to go. And we can round. Let's round to the nearest hundredth. So this is approximately, that's what the squiggly equal sign is, approximately 8.83 inches. So that's side M. Now we've got to do side S. So we know this is 8.83 inches. Now, M, we rounded, right? We rounded the nearest hundredth because we really got this big long decimal, right? The 8 that we are given, that's exact. So we want to use that in our next problem to look for S as well. We don't want to use this M because this is rounded, and then we'll round S and we'll get further and further away from the exact value. So we have side S, that's our opposite side. We know our adjacent side. So we look up at our word here. Which trig function deals with your opposite side and your adjacent side? That is tangent. So tangent of 25 is equal to opposite, which is S, that's what we're looking for, over adjacent, which we were given 8. Now our variable is in the top of our fraction. So this really means S divided by 8, right? So the opposite of dividing by 8 is multiplying by 8. These cancel. We're left with S equals 8 times tangent of 25. And we just have to type that in our calculator. So 8 tangent 25, we get 3.73. So this is approximately 3.73 inches. The biggest thing to remember here is how we figure out which trig function to use. And then once we have our trig function, cosine of 25 and tangent of 25 and sine of 25, sine of 25, that is just a number. So all algebra rules apply. Okay, let's look at example number 2 here. I'm going to label this MBG. And then, of course, I can label the sides as well. So this is little g, this is big G, this is, little g, little b, little m. I'm going to tell you that little m, that side is 15 centimeters. I'm going to tell you that angle M is 39 degrees. And we're going to find both side lengths again. Okay, so again, the first thing that we're going to do, label our sides. So across from the right angle, that's our hypotenuse. Our reference angle is up here this time, so that means this is our opposite side. And next to our reference angle, that is not the hypotenuse, that's going to be our adjacent side. Once we have those labeled, I'm going to rewrite SOHCAHTOA here. You don't have to rewrite it for every problem, but I'm just writing here so I can point to it while I show you what to do. Okay, so let's just do side G first. Again, doesn't matter. I just chose G because that's what I looked at first. So side G is our hypotenuse, and we know M, which is our opposite side. So we look at SOHCAHTOA, which trig functions ratio deals with opposite side and hypotenuse. That looks like sine. So we've got sine of 39 equals 15 over G. G is in the denominator. So we're going to put sine of 39 over 1 and then cross multiply. So 15 times 1 gives us 15. And then G times sine of 39. So that's what we get when we cross multiply. And then to get G by itself, divide by sine of 39. These cancel. That's the goal, to get G by itself. And then in our calculator, we just have to type 15 divided by sine of 39. So 15 divided by sine of 39. And you should get 23.84. All right. And then we want to also look for side B. So side B is our adjacent side. And again, we don't want to use side G that we just found because that's rounded. We want to use an exact value if we can, which we can because we were given that M equals 15. So our opposite side is 15. And we're looking for the adjacent side, right? So we look at SOHCAHTOA. Okay. T looks like it's tangent, looks like it's opposite over adjacent. That's what we want. So tangent of 39 equals our opposite side, which we were given 15, divided by adjacent, which is our side B, which is what we're looking for. So again, our variables in the bottom, no biggie, we know what to do. we're going to create a proportion. So put tangent of 39 over 1. We can do this because it doesn't change the number, right? If I type in tangent of 39, I get that big long decimal. If I do tangent of 39 divided by 1, that changes nothing, right? Dividing by 1 doesn't change your number. That's why we're allowed to do that. And then we cross multiply. So 15 times 1, 15. B times tangent of 39. Okay, get B by itself. Remember, tangent of 39 is just a number. So anything we could algebraically do with a number, we can do with tangent. So B equals 15 divided by tangent 30. So 15 divided by tangent 39. Sorry, I said 30 earlier. We get 18.52. So B is approximately 18.52 centimeters. All right, that's it for day 2. See you later.